G'day guys, welcome back to some more Space Engineers with me, Bloke LP. We're back here at our little outpost. We've done a little bit of work off camera. We've got our drill up and, well, it's not up and going, but it's set up. Like I said, I was going to do a bit more work to that between episodes. So we've gone 2 rows here. We've put a bit of more armour reinforcement around it just to protect it. I don't think it probably really needs it, but just to make it look structurally sound compared to just being conveyor tubes. I really felt like I needed to do that, and just to give it that little bit more protection. So we need to, this episode, we need to work out how we're going to get this thing going. I think what we'll do is make it slowly go. I might just hold down right click just to chew out this first bit of terrain, just so it's all nice and flat. Once it's done doing that, we might be able to set up so it can start auto mining, hopefully. I'm not 100% sure on how to set that up again now, but yeah, we'll work along. I might take a few saves here and there just to make sure we're still safe and we don't blow anything up that we shouldn't be blowing up. So another thing you might notice is we've got another cargo container over here now. We're starting to run out a bit of storage, so we're making up a heap of components and stuff. And I put in a what do you call it, a programmable block. And I've set up in here, I've set up the script for, there we go, we've got Izzy's inventory manager in here set up. I need to read through this a little bit more. I was meant to have a bit of a look before I started this stream, but I never got to it. So because I've set that up, and what I want to do is try put my components into one, ores into the other, and then ingots into another, and tools to another container. I've renamed them like I thought you had to. Like this one here says ores and ingots, which seems to be working. This one over here I want to be just well, it was meant to be components, but the name keeps changing and it's gone back to ores now. And as you can see, I've got all my components in here. And this one here, it's ammos and bottles, but it's still got components. And this one's ores and ingots, but for some reason the names keep renaming themselves. They're changing after I've named them, so I don't know, there's probably something I'm doing wrong there. But I'll look into that again a little bit later. Hopefully we can sort that out. But first of all, first things first, we want to get this auto miner going, so I don't have to keep running out there and collecting stone. I know iron is a better source to make our iron ingots than stone, but at least stone gives us a constant supply of iron and nickel. So unknown signal source is pretty close. I'm pretty tempted to go get that. I think I will. It's only just over here. We can fly that with our backpack. Should have checked how much fuel I had before I come over here, but yeah. What did we get? We got a cow rifle. What goodies are in here though? Ooh, some more space credits, structure components, and a medic kit. Cool. Another button panel. What's this button panel do? Nothing. Okay. Okay, let's grind this thing up. So production, let's go to tools. So yeah, it's only showing me to that welder. Don't know why. Is there something else I'm meant to do to unlock the next one? Maybe I need to make myself a grinder and then we can get the next welder up. I'm not sure. Maybe because it's a basic assembler. Maybe a normal assembler might make the others, maybe. But that's another thing we need to look at doing, is getting a proper refinery in here and a proper assembler. But first things first, let's get this thing going over here. So I've set up a couple of buttons on the taskbar, as you can see down the bottom there. The first one's the pistons reverse for, whoop, press the Windows key. First one is the pistons reverse for these pistons here. I haven't set them other ones up in a group yet. The next one is a rotor on and off, which is for that rotor there. Not this one, it's for that one over there. On, off, and reverse. And I've just got the drill set there on the hotbar so I can right click to get a little bit of manual mining going, and then we'll change this taskbar around. Another thing I do need to do actually is get, I don't know if I do it with the drills or not, maybe not, but I know I do with the rotors. We need to set them to share initial attention. Yeah, this one. Pretty sure that's what we need to do to all these and the pistons. So if I can find all the pistons, which are here, to go through and individually do each of these. It should take away the shakiness out of the whole rig, hopefully, if I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, something like that. So then these ones here should be, hopefully, I was meant to be naming these as I was going, so anyway, but we can play around with that later. So what we want to do is we want to, ooh, they're wobbling pretty bad, aren't they? Alright, I want to turn this on, so we're gonna press what one was it, 2 to turn on the rotor, and we're gonna slowly get them to go. Maybe we should turn down the speed of that rotor actually. Rotor, advanced rotor number 2, and we want to slow the velocity of this thing down to probably, yeah, 0.1. Braking torque, I think we leave that at 0. How fast it will stop applied when rotor is turned off. Okay, maybe we turn that one up. This one is the torque rotor, how fast it will accelerate applied when rotor is turned on. Okay, we'll probably leave them as they are. Rotor displacement. No. Okay, I think there's one there for torque on how much pressure it takes for it to do something. Let's go to third person here. Just want to get down here so I can see exactly what's happening with these as we're going, so I can shut it off if needs be. So I'm just right clicking here at the moment to get this around. Oh, another thing we need to do is actually, we probably need to do that sooner than later actually, is pipe up our pistons back to the outpost, so that way we have some way of unloading these things. See, this is where I'm worried about when it gets around here. I feel like I'm not going to mine enough to stop it from bashing the side of this mountain. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go when we get around here. We'll see. Might work. It looks like it is working. Just want to make sure our base is going to take damage either when the pistons come around. Another thing I never really thought about was extending this out into this cliffside, because at its current height we won't be able to extend out without doing some hand mining to flatten that whole area. Is that still rotating? Yes, it is. But having said that, we can still swing it around to the front of the platform there and towards the snow, so we can still go out that way. Then once we get a full rotation here, then we need to work out what speed we're going to let this thing progress down while it is mining. But like I was saying, we also need to get this thing plumbed into the station as well, so we can gather all the stone and everything that we're currently mining out of the hole. Okay, I think that's working pretty damn good. We're going to let that continue doing what it's doing there while we go do a bit of plumbing. Oh, I can't. And we probably can. Let's just turn that off for a moment. Oh no, we can't. No. Can that? Because I need to right click. I was hoping to just maybe go turn them on manually, but then they would be mining. Which probably ain't too bad either. We can collect a bit of stone and stuff, fill up these pistons and the drills. But we want to make sure we have enough room too. We don't want it to fill up and then it's not cutting this side of this cliff out the way we want it to. It's nearly there anyway for the full rotation, so we can nearly shut it off here very shortly. So once we set this up progressing down, we probably can set it a little bit faster in its travel time as it rotates, maybe a little bit faster, and then we can have the slightest bit of speed pressing down while we're doing so. Even if we do it in segments, we push it down, we come back, we can lower it a bit more and, you know, continue to let it mine, then come back and lower it a bit more. We can even do that, but ideally I'd like to just be able to set it up so it continues to do its thing, feeds the base while the outpost with its materials, and we don't have to worry about it. So I'm nearly confident that's at the point now where I can just shut that off. I think done a pretty well a full rotation there once it lines up square here. Yeah, I feel pretty confident we can turn that off there now. Alright, let's jump out. So we want to plumb this up. And how are we going to do that? Because if I cut that block out, we're going to have to place a few temporary blocks here. Hopefully the piston can be held onto from the side. Yeah, it can, because they're attachment points. So if we do something like that, we should be able to take out the block below this. I think we'll put 2 conveyor junctions in, run it all the way back and bring it into here. So what we need to do, actually what we might be able to do, save having to mine out so much, is maybe run it back this way, and then we don't have to mine out as much material because we can just run it straight along here, and then we can plumb it back into, maybe we might be able to put a junction there maybe, or we just bring it straight back into the bottom of this. This hole's big enough here anyway, so we probably bring it straight back into that bottom conveyor junction there. Righto, let's get going with that. So we want our drill. We want our drill out. Let's start drilling into here. Let's grind that block out. Number 3. Let's turn on our lights. How far are we? We've probably gone too far and we've gone downhill. Yes, we have. Somewhere there, I reckon. Is about where we want to be. Yeah. 6. Conveyor junction and another conveyor junction. We should really weld that other one up first. This one up first. Righto, so what we might do is I might lay out the framework here, and some more construction components. Lay out the framework here, and I'll bring you guys back. Yes. Oh, not a grinder. So I end up putting it straight into that one instead of going below like what we're talking about. More construction components. That's what I needed. Construction components and what? Some more interior plates as well. Construction components and interior plate. Jeez, I thought I just grabbed interior plate. Maybe I didn't grab enough. No, I didn't. We also need to put these in here. So getting a few credits up now. I think you can go here too. So let's grab them. And grab some of them. Grab them. Oop. Let's finish these up. More construction components, right. And we'll be done. Cool. Rest okay. Construction components. Did look at how many more I needed, so let's grab a handful. Booyah! So now that should be all powered. Yep, it's all connected. So we should be able to now jump in here. Right. And we should be able to press K. We want to know, actually, which drill is which here. So let me just change this camera angle a little bit more so I can see what's happening. Actually, let's go back to this seat. Let's look up there like that. Let's go K. Hopefully it's the last piston on the list. And if I reverse it... No, it's them ones. What's this one? That's the one there. So this one is... So we name the other ones piston station. Let's name these ones piston... piston... in, out. In slash out. In slash out. Station. Looking around my mic at my keyboard to try see the letters. Righto, so there's that one. Let's just... And we'll name that as... which one was that? If we reverse that again. Number 3. No, number 2. So we'll name that one number 2. I want to copy that because when I find the other one, I'm going to rename it as well. So reverse. Name that number 2. Piston 2 down. Piston 2 down. Piston 1 out. Control V. Piston 1. Station 1. Actually, let's go piston 1 in out station. Piston 2 down. Station. Station. I'll get these renamed anyway and I'll bring yous on back. Rightio, so I've gone through and I've named all our drills, all our pistons. So I've got them worked out which is which. So now what we need to do is go put them in our groups. So if we come in here, we should see all our pistons. Here we go. So we want piston 1, piston 4 down is what we want. Piston 4 down, station minor. So we're going to put that one into here, and we want that to be maybe let's make a toggle on off and a reverse if we can find it again. And let's put a reverse in. So there we go. So that's in. We also want to put a group for drills, minor, and we'll have that a toggle on off block. So now let me rearrange this whole bar. So we've got pistons. Let's clear out this whole thing here quickly if we can. How do we get rid of them? Just like this. Right, so let's go straight down here at the start. So first one on, we want to be able to turn the drills on and off. So we go groups, drills, on off, done. Next of all, we want to start the rotation of the rotor. So All blocks, we're going to look for rotor 2. Where's the rotors? Advanced rotors up here. Rotor minor number 2. So we want to be able to turn that block on and off. We want to be able to reverse that block on and off. Reverse, sorry, not on and off. Reverse. Next of all, we want to be able to lower piston number 1. Piston number 4. So there's this one here, piston number 4. We want it to. So how about we just put a reverse in for it? No, we'll go a toggle on off and then we'll put a reverse in as well. We can always change this up later. So there we go. We'll just get them going for starters and then we can go from there. So let's toggle on our drills. Now we want to start the rotor there rotating, and then we want to start to lower our piston. So we want to press this one, which is way too fast. So let's go into OK. We're going to look for piston number 4 down, and we want to slow the velocity of this right down. So it's at -5. Here we go. Is there a way to? Yes. So we want minus 0.01. Yeah. No. Okay, maybe we can only go 0.1. Okay, 0.1 like so. Righto. And let's start lowering that. Number 5. It's probably too fast for this thing. So I think what we're going to have to do is probably toggle this block on and off as we go, as we're mining. Let's go to third person view over here. Let's see what's happening. Righto. And it's number 5. So this is where it's probably good to have it so it turns on and off. Because I feel like it's going to push too far on the ground, which it will. So I'm going to just turn it off there. We'll let it mine around, and then we've turned it back off again. So we probably can turn up the velocity maybe on them rotors. I feel like we can do that. So let's go back into K. We're going to go back up to station rotor 2. We should name that minor head maybe. Advanced rotor minor head. We'll leave it as it is for time being. Velocity. How about we set that to 0.02. Feel like that's a bit faster. Is it too fast? I don't think so. I think that'd be fine. I'm just a bit worried about these blocks over here and how it's all going to react. Well, there's my timer for the episode. I've learned to set myself a timer now. Let's stop that. So that way I don't run it over on my videos like I did with the last one. And it screwed the whole thing up. So we should be now, if I come into here, our drills should be collecting this. Where is our iron going? Stone, here we go. All the stone coming in here should be going down to the refinery, but our refinery is still doing this damn cobalt. Really like to stop it from doing that. See, it's taking it straight away again. How about, what if we put some stone straight in there in front of it? Like, where is the stone? We'll find some stone here somewhere. Stone. And basic refinery. Why couldn't we drag that into the refinery? It's a small ship. Okay, this one. That shouldn't have mattered anyway, because they're all still connected to the station. Yeah, right. Okay, let's go. Get out of the seat. Let's go. Whoop. Let's work out what's going on here. So, our refinery should be taking stone. Let's grab some stone. Let's drag that up into here. Why aren't we given an option to... Okay, how about we go, okay, we'll go to refinery, basic refinery, let's go, short block, conveyor system off. Right, let's go back to the infantry, let's drag that out to the large cargo container. Right, so now there's nothing in it. Is there? That just pulled it again. Didn't we just turn conveyors off on it? Or we just turned the conveyors off? Refinery, basic refinery. Basic refinery. We turned show and HUD off. Basic refinery, use conveyors. Maybe because yeah, and it keeps turning back on. Right. We need to get that stone in front of it somehow. Not sure what I'm doing wrong here. Okay, let's go basic refinery. And let's power it off altogether. Power it off. No more. Let's try drag it out now. Because it's not running. So now we might be able to go down to these drills. Drag this up to the refinery. Still can't drag ice. Stone. Was that ice or stone? Stone. To the refinery. Any items acceptable. Okay. Why can't we put any stone into our refinery? Not sure on what's going on there. But anyway, guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. I'm going to have a little play around with that. Our miner's still going away over here. Slowly carving away. So we probably can lower that down a little bit more here in a moment. Let it finish this run. We'll drop it down another touch. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Really appreciate the support I'm getting on these videos. And till the next episode, see you all later. Bye for now.